Thank you for joining us today for the Elementary Academic Derby. We're featuring Meadowview Elementary School and Blue Creek Elementary School. Wanda Costner will be our scorekeeper today. I'm Pam Thomas and I will be your moderator. Let's introduce our players for Blue Creek.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Bowman from Miss Mize's homeroom class.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rentis from Mr. Dela Cruz's homeroom class.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Lahan from Miss Mize's homeroom class.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Monroe from Mr. Dela Cruz's homeroom class.
Greg Heath is the coach for Blue Creek. Let's meet our players from Meadowview.
Hi, I'm Jillian Bowles and I'm from Miss Baines' homeroom class.
Hello, I'm Ricky Arnold and I'm from Miss Gentry's 5th grade class.
Hi, I'm William Benson and I'm from Miss Shepard's class.
Hi, my name is Tucker Wheaton and I'm from Miss Shepard's class.
The coaches for Meadowview are Stephanie Humphrey and Christy Spain. We've already reviewed our rules, ready to go with 7 questions to Meadowview first. Math is the first category. What do you get when you multiply 6 and 9 together? What do you get when you, Tucker?
54.
That is correct. Good. Science. Reset. Science. In 1989, it was observed for the first time by spacecraft Voyager 2 when it flew within 5,000 kilometers of its North Pole and discovered 6 previously unknown moons. Name this planet, whose 2 previously known moons were Nereid and Triton. Ricky?
Jupiter?
Nope, glad you used one of those planets though. Ronnie?
Is it Venus?
No, but I'm glad you used one of those planets too. It's Neptune. English. The ancient king had a hoard of precious jewels buried in his tomb with him. Spell hoard. Ricky?
H-O-R-D.
That's a good try. That's incorrect. Let's go to Blue Creek. Dory?
H-O-A-R-D.
H-O-A-R-D. Very good. History. President Thomas Jefferson helped negotiate a treaty with what North African nation, ratified in 1787 and still is in force today? Blue Creek? And the South African nation is Morocco. Literature. Mary is a 14-year-old girl in the novel Princess Academy, written by Shannon Hale. Where did this novel take place? Blue Creek? It took place on Mount Eskel. Geography. This city has a population of more than 20% of Austria and is its capital city. Tell me the name of this city. Blue Creek? And the city is Vienna. Final categories in sports. The acronym for this sport is NBA. What does NBA stand for? Tucker?
National Basketball League.
That's incorrect. That's a great try though. Blue Creek? Jonathan?
National Basketball Association.
That is correct. 7 questions now, Blue Creek. Math question first. Give the next number in this sequence. 8, 19, 41, 85, and what's the next number? I'll repeat them again. 8, 19, 41, 85. Give me the next number. Meadowview? Will?
109.
No, nice try. 173. Science. The pain from a Novocaine shot is not from the Novocaine itself, but by the substance injected with it to make the Novocaine last longer. Also given for allergic reactions and asthma, its effects cause some to engage in risky behavior to feel its effects. Name this chemical substance, sometimes called epinephrine, that is generated by your body's fight or flight response. Meadowview? And that would be adrenaline. English, a book of synonyms is a thesaurus. Spell thesaurus. Jonathan?
THESURAS.
That's a great try. That's incorrect. Will?
THESAURSE.
That's a great try as well. US is on the end. THESAURUS. History. Identify the constitutional amendment that begins, "The right of the citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex." Meadowview? That would be the 19th Amendment. Literature. Its main character is sent to foster parents named Hans and Rosa and lives with them during World War II while Hans and Rosa hide a Jewish refugee named Max. Name this novel by Marcus Zusak that includes a bombing on Himmel Street. Will?
A Nazi invasion?
No, nice try. Blue Creek? Blue Creek, actually, it was your question anyway, so let's go to you. That was your question, not theirs. No answer? Okay, the correct answer is The Book Thief. Geography, the question's Blue Creek's. Name this small Scandinavian country that sold the Virgin Islands to the United States and shares a land border with Germany. It's Blue Creek's question. Now Meadowview, Ricky?
France.
No, very good try. Denmark. Final categories in music. What is the male voice lower than a tenor and higher than a bass? Ronnie?
Treble clef?
No, good try. Meadowview? It's baritone. Now that's the end of our first round, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes, so join us then.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Thank you for staying tuned for the second round. We have a score of Meadowview 2, Blue Creek 4. This round has a bonus, so you can pick up a lot more points. We have new participants for both teams we'd like you to meet, so we'll start our introductions with Blue Creek.
Hi, my name is Liam Jones from Mr. Delacruz's 5th grade class.
Hi, I'm Morgan Whittenborn from Mr. Delacruz's 5th grade class.
Hi, I'm Mia Mercer from Miss Mize's 5th grade class.
We also have new participants from Meadowview we'd like you to meet.
Hi, Megan Easley from Miss Humphrey's 5th grade class.
Hello, my name is Emily Rice and I'm from Miss Gentry's 5th grade class.
And welcome new players. Ready to begin, Blue Creek? First question's yours. Science is the category. I will name 6 objects. You pick any 4 and put them in the correct order, beginning with the object that usually has the most mass and ending with the object that usually has the least mass. The 6 objects are, and remember, I'm going to repeat this. The 6 objects are basketball, pencil, computer chair, car, paperback book, and a bed. You're going to pick any 4 and put them in correct order, beginning with the object that usually has the most mass and ending with the object that usually has the least. I'll repeat the objects. I'm giving you 6, and you're just going to pick 4. A basketball, a pencil, computer chair, car, paperback book, and a bed. Liam?
Car, computer, chair, basketball, and pencil.
That is correct. In the correct order for all of them, it would have been car, bed, computer chair, basketball, paperback book, and pencil. Very good. Here's your bonus. With a seesaw, it's the thing underneath the middle that allows the seesaw to go up and down. Give the scientific term for the point of support used by the simple machine called a lever. You have an answer, Morgan?
No, ma'am.
Fulcrum. Meadowview math question. What type of triangle has 3 congruent sides? Emily?
A scalene triangle.
That's incorrect. Liam?
An equilateral triangle.
Equilateral triangle. Spelling, Blue Creek. Give the correct spelling of this dog. Rottweiler. Meadowview? Emily?
R-O-T-W-E-I-L-E-R.
That is incorrect, but that was so close. It's R-O-T-T-W-E-I-L-E-R. Next question's yours, Meadowview, in math. How many total points would be scored in this game if the final score was 95 to 65? How many total points would be scored in this game if the final score was 95 to 65? Megan?
160 points.
160 points is correct. Bonus question for you. Convert 1 week to hours. 1 week to hours. You have an answer, Tucker? Go ahead, Tucker.
168.
168 is correct. U.S. history, Blue Creek. In the 1920s, there was a great dry area in the Midwest of the United States where nothing would grow. Name the 2-word phrase that describes this area. Liam?
Death Valley.
That's a great try. That's incorrect. Let's go up to Meadowview. And the answer we were looking for, the Dust Bowl. The Dust Bowl. Meadowview Science. Virginia's official state example. Let me repeat this. Virginia's official state example is the eastern tiger swallowtail. Name this insect whose better known examples include the monarch. Emily?
The butterfly.
It is the butterfly. For your bonus, what is the insect much like a butterfly but only comes out at night? Tucker?
Moth.
It is the moth. Geography, Blue Creek. What U.S. state contains the Shenandoah Caverns? Morgan?
Nevada.
Not Nevada. Meadowview? It is Virginia. The Shenandoah Valley. Meadowview Language Arts. Name the Norse god who presides over the heavenly place named Valhalla, where Viking warriors hope to go when slain in battle. Megan?
Odin.
Odin, it is. What is the official drink of Valhalla? Have an answer, Tucker?
No.
It is mead. It's a type of fermented beverage, mead. Blue Creek, Grammar. Listen to this sentence and tell me what form of the word begin goes in the blank. It looks like the storm has just blank. Dory?
Began.
That's incorrect. That's a great try. Let's go to Meadowview. Emily?
Begun.
Begun. Sports Meadowview. In which sport would a player be able to get a ground rule double? Tucker?
Baseball.
In baseball. What is the area called where baseball relief pitchers warm up? Tucker?
The dugout.
Not the dugout, the bullpen. The bullpen. Blue Creek abbreviations. Two common words can be abbreviated ST. Name either of them. Meadowview? Megan?
Street.
Street or saint. Geography Meadowview. The prime meridian is also called the meridian of Greenwich, after the location of the observatory that was used to establish it. What European capital city is Greenwich considered a suburb of? Is it Paris, London, Rome, or Madrid? Blue Creek? Morgan?
Rome.
No, but I'm glad you used one of those choices. It's London. Ooh, have to go find some more questions now. Blue Creek math question next. Write down these 4 digits. 9385. 9385. Give this number an expanded form. The number again is 9385. Liam?
9,385.
Very good. Here's your bonus. Find the area of a parallelogram with a base of 6 inches and a height of 16 inches. Find the area of a parallelogram with a base of 6 inches and a height of 16 inches. We're looking for the area. Have an answer? Morgan? Is 96 square inches, 16 times 6. And that is the end of our second round. We'll be right back in just a minute, so join us then.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Thank you for joining us for the final round of the Elementary Academic Derby. This first match, we have a score, Meadowview 22, Blue Creek with 10 points. We know the bonus passes with the question in this round. You can really rack up a lot of points. We have a new participant for Blue Creek. We'd like you to meet her so we can get off and start our new game.
Hi, my name is Peyton Hughes from Mr. Dela Cruz's 5th grade class.
And welcome, Peyton. True toss-up questions. Get your buzzers ready. History. In what state did the Civil War of Fort Sumter take place? Ricky?
South Carolina.
South Carolina is correct. Here's your bonus. What state did the Civil War Battle of Chattanooga take place? Tucker?
I know the answer.
Tennessee. Geography. Name the U.S. state that contains each of these highest and lowest points. I'm sorry. Name the U.S. state that contains each of these highest and lowest point pairs. Driscoll Mountains and New Orleans. Morgan?
Nevada.
Not Nevada. Meadowview, Ricky?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Here's your bonus. What state has this highest and lowest point pair? Eagle Mountain and Lake Superior. Tucker?
Michigan.
Michigan is correct. Science. What is the name of the constellation that can be found by the 3 stars on his belt? Morgan?
Hercules.
That's incorrect. Good try. Let's go up to Meadowview. Emily?
Orion.
Orion. For your bonus, what is the name of the star often referred to as the dog star and is found in Canis Major? Emily?
The North Star.
That's incorrect. You're supposed to give your answer to Tucker anyway, but that's incorrect. It's Sirius. Sirius. And we'll check that answer at break, okay? English. Listen carefully and tell me which word is the verb in this sentence. Darn. Steve put the red book on the table. Ricky?
Put.
Put is correct. For your bonus, I will read the same sentence and you tell me the adjective. Darn. Steve put the red book on the table. Is there a bonus question, Tucker?
Red.
Red is correct. Trivia. Though its official beginnings is now credited to Waterloo, New York, it was first observed in 1868 when people began taking one day each year to decorate the graves of Civil War soldiers. Name this holiday, now celebrated. Morgan?
Is it Veterans Day?
No, it is not Veterans Day. Ricky?
Memorial Day.
It is Memorial Day. Good try, Morgan. Bonus question for you. Name the major city where the famous amusement park Coney Island is located. It's their bonus right now.
New York.
Tucker?
We don't have an answer.
New York. Social studies teams, what is the name of the set of medieval military battles between the Muslims and the Christians? And that would be the Crusades. Math question next. To the nearest pound, how much does a 10-kilogram mass weigh? To the nearest pound, how much does a 10-kilogram mass weigh? Correct answer is 22 pounds. English. Give the most common English translation of the Spanish word libro, something you would find in a biblioteca or library. Emily?
Book.
Book. Your bonus question, give the word that has these two meanings, a way a horse might walk and a popular brand of salsa. Tucker?
Foxtrot.
No, not foxtrot, but I like your answer. Pace. Pace. Computer terms. What is the term for a picture or image created by a computer? Ricky?
CGI.
No, that's incorrect. Blue Creek? It is graphic. Geography. A panhandle is a portion of land that sticks out from a main part. Which of these states has a panhandle? Kansas, South Carolina, Oklahoma, or Colorado? Emily?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma is right. Now for your bonus, name the two states that border Oklahoma. It's their bonus question, Ronnie. Tucker? Okay, go ahead.
Texas and Kansas.
That's a great try. Colorado and Kansas. Trivia. What is the material often used to make belts and jackets and comes from tanned cow skin? Morgan?
Leather.
Leather it is. For your bonus, what is the type of animal skin? What type of animal skin are punching bags and whips made of? This animal hops and is native of Australia.
Kangaroo.
Morgan?
Kangaroo.
It is the old hopping kangaroo. Literature. Tony Ditzer-Lizzie is the author of Jimmy Zagwow's Out of This World Moon Pie Adventure. G is for one zonk. and an age-old tale of a battle between a knight and a dragon. What is the name of this novel? Megan, I knew you were going to ring in. What is it?
Kenny and the Dragon.
Kenny and the Dragon. Bonus question for you. What is Kenny in Kenny and the Dragon? It's their bonus. Tucker?
A rabbit.
It is a rabbit. Spelling. Give the correct spelling of the word to in this sentence. My homework was too hard yesterday. Ricky?
T-O-O.
That is right. For your bonus, I will spell a word. You give me the most typical pronunciation. I'm going to spell it. You tell me the pronunciation. M-E-S-S-E-N-G-E-R. Megan,
Messenger.
your bonus needs to go to Tucker. Tucker?
Messenger.
Messenger it is. Let's try science. I will name a disease. You name the part of your body most affected by that disease. Diabetes. Ricky?
Your stomach.
No, not your stomach. Liam?
Your liver?
No, your pancreas. Good try. And that is the end of our third round. We'll be right back with our final score, so join us then.
Hey everybody! Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change. Let's go!
To the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet!
Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Yeah! Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
We had a total of 72 points scored today. It was a great match. We ended with Meadowview 56 points and Blue Creek with 16. You know I really like to hear that. Big round of applause for yourselves. Thanks for watching. We hope you'll stay tuned. We'll have our second match, which will be Parkwood and Swansboro Elementary. So hopefully we'll see you then.
Why I teach. Growing up, I had 2 teachers that greatly impacted my education. Kathy Rinchin in 3rd grade and Bob Eason for 7 years as my PE coach. They not only changed the way I learned, they changed the way that I looked at life. As a child, I remember thinking, I want to be that person. I want to be a change for children around the world. Now I have the honor of doing that in kindergarten every day with 20 to 25 students. I love being that change, and I can't imagine doing anything else.
How are you?
I need to see you.
You need to see him?
Look, I'm in trouble. Congratulations. Principal of the Year. Integrity, compassion, and having a big heart. And that really describes Vicki Brown, the type of leader that she is, and we're real proud that she is going to represent us well here in Onslow County as the 2016 Principal of the Year.
We're just proud to be here today to give you this little token, but congratulations on being Principal of the Year.
I appreciate it. I love my job. I love working with Onslow County schools and the kids. They make it all worthwhile.
She does everything in her power to make this a good place to work and a good place to learn.
We're very happy to have Vicki selected as our Principal of the Year, and I look forward to her representing us in the region. And she went through a very thorough process in terms of being nominated for Principal of the Year, and we're expecting great things from her, and she was very excited today, and we're excited as Onslow County Schools to have her as Principal of the Year.
Thank you for joining us for our second match of today. We're featuring Parkwood and Swansboro Elementary School. Let's meet our players for Swansboro.
Hi, I'm Sarah Stanley and I'm from Miss Lawrence's class.
Hi, I'm Annabelle Henderson from Miss Zimmerman's class.
Hi, I'm Haley McDowell. I'm from Miss Ryder's class.
Hi, I'm Christopher Williams and I'm from Miss Ryder's class.
The coaches for Swansboro are Kevin Dick and Amy Hartman. Let's meet our players for Parkwood.
Hello, my name's Kaylee from Miss Jackson's class.
Hello, my name's Benjamin Hernandez from Mrs. Moncrief's class.
Hello, my name is Dalen Vasquez from Miss Albertini's home base.
Hello, my name is Luke Grant from Mrs. Hensley's home base class.
Marianne Albertini is the coach for Parkwood. We've already reviewed our rules. We know what the drill is, so we're ready to begin. Parkwood, 7 questions goes to you first. Math question. Find the average of these 3 numbers, 23, 4, 18. Find the average of these 3 numbers, 23, 4, 18. Swansboro. Sarah?
50.
Say that again, please.
50. 50.
No, that's incorrect. I'm sorry, I thought you were saying 15, but it is 15, not 50. Science. Today, the high temperature is 47. The TV weatherman says, get ready for a 60-degree temperature drop tonight. What will the temperature be tonight? Today, the high temperature is 47. The TV weatherman says, get ready for a 60-degree temperature drop tonight. What will the temperature be tonight? Luke?
-13.
-13 or 13 below. That's great. English. In math, what adjective describes straight lines that are next to each other but never cross each other? Ben?
Parallel.
It is parallel. History. Name any single year of the 20th century in which World War II was fought. Ben?
1776.
No, that's incorrect. Swansboro? Christopher?
1945.
1945 is one of those years, any year between 1939 and 1945. Literature. It tells of 2 men who want to marry Katrina von Tassel, Brom Bones and Ichabod Crane. Name this story by Washington Irving in which Ichabod is chased out of town by a headless horseman. Swansboro. And that would be The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Geography. Its large rivers make up most of what becomes the Nile River. Name this nation bordered by Sudan on the northwest and Kenya on the south, whose capital is Addis Ababa. Kaylee?
Egypt.
Not Egypt. Nice try. Swansboro? Ethiopia. Trivia is the final category for you. Venus was its Roman goddess, and Aphrodite was its Greek goddess. Name this emotion that should always be found between husbands and wives and between sisters and brothers. Ben?
Love.
Love is correct. Now, Swansboro, 7 questions to you. Math question first. A triangle that has angles 53 degrees, 81 degrees, and 46 degrees is usually described by what adjective because of all of its angles are less than 90 degrees? Annabelle?
Acute.
Acute triangle is right. Science. The higher it is, the higher a musical note sounds. Name this physical quantity measured in hertz that measures how many times per second or per minute something vibrates. Parkwood? Go ahead, Ben.
Volume.
Nope, glad you gave it a try. Frequency. Frequency. English. What is the name given to words that sound the same backwards? Parkwood? Luke?
Homophone.
No, palindrome. History. He kept it from raining for more than 3 years and was later taken up to heaven on a chariot of fire, leaving his mantle behind for his successor. Name this Old Testament prophet who still has a place set for him during the Jewish Passover feast. Parkwood? Ben?
Jesus.
No, good try. Elijah. Elijah. Literature. Its less popular stanzas include the words, "Then the traveler in the dark, thank you for your tiny spark." Name this classical children's poem with a title object that is like a diamond in the sky. Sarah?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star is correct. Geography. Utah was part of another country before it became part of the United States. What is the name of that country? Christopher?
Canada?
No, good try. Let's go up to Parkwood. Ben?
Britain.
No, Mexico. Music, final category. It is often sung as a round where one group starts singing right away and the others wait for a line or two and then they come in. Name this folk song that ends, "Merrily, merrily, merrily, life is but a dream." Sarah?
Row, row, row your boat.
Row, row, row your boat. That is correct, and that is the end of our first round, and we'll be right back.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know. Come alive with the forest. The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
We have 2 points separating our score right now. 6 points for Parkwood, 8 points for Swansboro, bonus in this round, so you can get a lot more points. We have new participants for both teams. Let's meet them right away and we'll get started.
Hi, I'm Anna Doucette from Miss Moore's class.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Allen from Miss Zimmerman's class.
Hi, I'm Allison Underseth from Miss Zimmerman's class.
Hi, I am Alex Christopherson from Miss Ryder's class.
And let's meet our new players for Parkwood.
My name is Erica Grant, and I'm from Miss Albertini's home base.
My name's Tyler Jones, and I'm from Miss Hensley's home base.
My name is Max Cazell, and I'm from Miss Hensley's home base.
Welcome new players, ready to begin right away. Swansboro, first question's yours in the sports. What is the name of the sport where you would hear these words or phrases? Rotation, quick set, jump serve. Anna?
Tennis.
Not tennis. Parkwood, Tyler?
Volleyball.
Volleyball. Parkwood, math. Tell how many minutes are in this fractional part of an hour. How many minutes are in this fractional part of an hour? 1/6. Max?
10 minutes.
That is it. How many minutes are in 1/4 of an hour for your bonus? It's their bonus.
Yeah.
Max?
15 minutes.
15 it is. Swansboro presidents. One reason he was nominated for president was because his diplomatic career kept him out of America too much for him to have many enemies. Name this president whose first lady was really his niece Harriet, because he was the only president who never married. And he was succeeded in office by Abraham Lincoln. Who was he? Anna?
Thomas Jefferson.
No, good try. Parkwood? Tyler?
Franklin Roosevelt.
Nope, good try. I'm glad y'all named presidents. James Buchanan. Don't hear a lot about old James. Parkwood, science. It often appears in water, though it's through its use in old pipes. Its use in paint in old houses has spurred many parents to be on the lookout for it. Name this heavy chemical element that is laid over you whenever you get an X-ray. It's Parkwood's question right now, Alex. Okay, Alex, would you like that? Okay.
Radiation.
Not radiation. We're looking for the element that would protect us in paint, and it comes in through pipes and water. It's lead, and that's why you put lead on to block out the X-ray. That's a good try, though, Alex. Swansboro spelling. I learned a valuable lesson today. Spell valuable. Anna?
V-A-L-U-A-B-L-E.
That is correct. Now for your bonus, the minister performed 2 weddings this weekend. Spell minister. Okay, Caitlin?
Minister. M-I-N-I-S-T-E-R.
That is correct. Great. Parkwood pencils ready. This is a math question. Using no coin larger than a quarter, give the minimum number of coins needed to create 39 cents. Using no coin larger than a quarter, give the minimum number of coins needed to create 39 cents. Tyler?
A quarter, a dime, and 4 pennies.
That is right, for a total of 6 coins. Here is your bonus. Again, using no coin larger than a quarter, give the minimum number of coins needed to create 99 cents. That's okay, it's their bonus right now. Anna, you're too anxious. Okay, Max, do you have an answer for your team? Go ahead, Max.
3 quarters, 2 dimes, and 4 pennies.
For a total of 9 coins. Very good. Swansboro geography. There are 2 more capes south of Cape Hatteras in North Carolina. One is marked by a lighthouse with a black and white diamond pattern, and the other is beside the mouth of the state's longest river. Name either of them. Caitlin?
Cape Lookout.
Cape Lookout, or the other one could have been Cape Fear. Very good. Here's your bonus. Once called the Grand, its southern end reaches the Gulf of California. Today, its water is shared by Arizona, Nevada, Utah, and California. Name this U.S. river that begins in its namesake state and flows through the Grand Canyon. Good, Caitlin?
Mississippi River.
That's a good try. Colorado River. Parkwood English. Examples include dangerously, excitedly, happily, and angrily. What part of speech is often created by adding the letters ly to the end of an adjective? Swansboro? Anna?
Present perfect.
No, an adverb. An adverb. Swansboro literature. Jeannie Birdsall writes books for children and has received many awards for her novels about this family. In 2017, she plans to have 5 more books in this series. What is the name of this family in these novels? Anna?
The Ingalls family?
Nope. Good guess, though. Parkwood? It is the Penderwicks. History. Parkwood. In 1790, the capital of the United States moved from New York City to what city in Pennsylvania? Max?
Philadelphia.
It is Philadelphia. For your bonus, in 1800, where did the capital move to? It's their bonus right now, Caitlin. Max?
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. is correct. Swansboro Literature. In what part of the newspaper would you find the score of last night's Atlanta Braves game? Allison?
Sports.
The sports section. For your bonus, in what part of the newspaper would you find the start times of a movie at the local theater? Caitlin?
Entertainment.
The entertainment section. Great. Parkwood math question again. Add together these three fractions. 1/3, 2/9, and 1/4. What is your answer? Three fractions, add them together. 1/3, 2/9, and 1/4. What is your answer? It's Parkwood's question right now, Allison. That's okay. Okay, Allison, would you like that question?
Yes, 4/16.
That's incorrect. It's 29/36. Good try, though. And that is the end. I'll turn my page because we'll get that question next. And that is the end of that round. We'll be back in just a second. Join us then.
Jimmy can't sing, and Tommy can't dance, so we're gonna put some ants in their pants. Aww.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants, they've got...
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Well, we're back, ready to begin round 3. We have 4 points separating the scores right now. We know a bonus passes with the question. This round you can really get a lot of points. Our score stands 26 points Parkwood, 22 Swansboro. We also have 2 new participants with Swansboro. We'd like you to meet them and we'll get started.
Hello, my name is Kira Moore from Miss Zimmerman's class. Hello, I'm Paige Azop from Miss Moore's class.
Welcome new players, ready to begin true toss-up questions. First one is in social studies. Before the land of the Louisiana Purchase could be sold to the United States, it had to be transferred from what country to France? Anna?
Europe.
Not Europe, but that's a great try. Let's go to Parkwood. Tyler?
England.
No, that's a good try as well. It was transferred from Spain to France, and then we bought that. Spelling. I can't believe you did that to me. Spell believe. Max?
B-E-L-I-E-V-E.
That is correct. For your bonus, my dad gave my mom a bouquet of flowers for their anniversary. Spell bouquet. It's their bonus, Anna. Okay, Max, got an answer? Go ahead.
B-O-U-Q-U-E-T.
That is right. Literature. Norton Juster wrote a modern fairy tale of a boy who receives a magic toll booth. As he drives through it with his toy car, he is transported into the kingdom of wisdom. What is the name of this novel? Anna?
The Phantom Toll Booth.
It is the Phantom Toll Booth. For your bonus, what is the name of the boy in the Phantom Toll Booth? Go ahead.
Milo.
Milo it is. Science. Name this unit of time from its physical definition. There are 60 of these international units of time in 1 minute. Max?
Seconds.
It is seconds. For your bonus, it takes how long for the moon to rotate once around the earth?
24 hours, right?
Max?
24 hours.
Not 24 hours. It would be 1 month or 28 days, 27 days. Math terms. What type of graph has points plotted on an XY axis? And then, Anna?
Coordinate grid.
That's incorrect. Now let me finish reading it for you, Parkwood. What type of graph has points plotted on an XY axis and then the points are connected together? A line graph. Art. What is the name of the paint? What is the name of the type of painting that could be used without a paintbrush, but with an extension of your hand? Caitlin?
Finger painting.
Finger painting. I'm sure your parents love for you to do finger painting. Bonus question. What is the more popular name for pen and thread art? It looks like a spirograph print after it's done. Caitlin?
Crocheting.
No, string art. Science. Pencils and paper ready. I'm going to give you a list of 9 objects. You name the 4 that are least likely to be attracted to a magnet. I'm going to give you a list of 9. You name the 4 that are least likely to be attracted to a magnet. This is the list. A key, a comb, a fork, a paper clip, marble, cork, plastic bag, battery, and a screw. I'll repeat them. A key, comb, fork, paper clip. Kaylee?
Comb, marble, cork, and plastic bag.
That is correct. Very good. Here's your bonus. Alessandro Volta developed the first electrochemical cell that consisted of 2 electrodes, one of zinc and one of copper, with an electrolyte as a buffer. What is the common name of this widely used item of today? This is an item most of us take for granted until our cell phone, camera, or iPod stops working. It's their bonus. Sorry, Paige. Max, you have an answer?
No answer.
Oh, I bet you know. Battery. Battery. Math question, teams. What percentage of a lottery prize will a man still have after he pays 20% of it in taxes, 50% to his wife, 20% to get out of debt, and 8% for a new TV set? Max?
2%.
2%. Smart man, though, giving 50% to his wife. Here's your bonus. In the number 753.8462, what place value is held by the 2? It's their bonus right now. Max?
10,000s.
10,000s is right. Great. Sports. Pyeongchang is the location for the next Winter Olympics. What year will the next Winter Olympics take place? Anna? Now say it again.
2016.
That's incorrect, but that's a good try. Max?
2018.
2018. Can you tell me what country, for your bonus, is Pyeongchang located? Max?
China.
Very close. Korea. Trivia. What patron saint of merchant sailors and children is most remembered not on his feast day of December 6th, but on a holiday 19 days later? Max?
Jesus.
No, that's incorrect. Let's go down to Swansboro. Paige?
God.
No. Santa Claus. Santa Claus. English. Listen to this sentence. The football team quickly scored 2 easy touchdowns. Now tell me what part of speech quickly is. Anna?
An adverb.
An adverb, great. You learned something a while ago, didn't you, when we read another question? Here's your bonus. Listen to the same sentence and tell me what part of speech scored is. I'm going to repeat it. The football team quickly scored 2 easy touchdowns. Caitlin?
A verb.
It is a verb. Geography. Oh, we will get to that one next time. That's the end of our third round. We'll be back with our final score and closing announcement, so we'll see you in a minute.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
We had a really great match today. Total of 81 points scored. We ended with Parkwood 45 points, Swansboro 36 points. Great match. Big round of applause for yourselves, team. Thank you so much for watching. If you'll stay tuned, we're going to have a third match today. We'll have Clyde, Erwin, and Silverdale in just a minute, so join us then.
Why I teach. I'm a very passionate person when it comes to the things that I love. Some of those things are children, education, dance, and the A+ school philosophy. Working at Meadowview wraps all those things up into one beautiful package that I get to experience daily. And that's why I love to teach, especially at Meadowview.
All right, you ready for some baseball trivia?
Let's do it.
What year produced the most no-hit games in the big leagues?
7 no-hitters in 1990.
Wow, that's right. Now a question that's not trivial. How many children will witness bullying this year?
Huh.
The answer, 3 out of 4.
75%?
That's
Wow.
right. How many of them will say something?
Kids want to help, but don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov.
Thank you for joining us for the third match of today. It's unusual that we have 3 matches, but we're really glad we could work it in. We have Silverdale and Clyde Erwin today, and we've already reviewed our rules, ready to introduce our players, so we'll begin the introductions with Silverdale.
Hi, my name is Alani Hargett from Miss Colley's class.
My name is Michaela Gagnon from Miss Gregoire's homeroom class.
I'm Julie Messer from Miss Gregoire's class. My name is Shelby Driscoll from Miss Colley's class.
Rhonda Gregoire is the coach for Silverdale. Let's meet our players for Clyde Erwin.
My name is Jahani Thompson from Miss Guyana's class.
My name is Mason Gibbs from Miss Guyana's class.
My name is Colin Taylor from Miss Guyana's class.
My name is Bashar Al-Janabi from Mr. Darby's class.
Cheryl Burford is the coach for Clyde Erwin. Ready to begin? Clyde Erwin, 7 questions. Go to you first. Excuse me. Literature. In L. Frank Baum's The Wizard of Oz, of Dorothy's 3 companions, which character was in need of a heart? Mason?
The Tin Man.
The Tin Man. History. Our nation's capital is located at Washington, D.C. What is the meaning of the letters D.C. in the city's name? Mason?
District of Columbia.
That is correct. Geography. The state of Texas is surrounded by 8 borders, not all of which are U.S. states. Identify any 6 of these states, landforms, or countries. Colin?
Mexico.
Got any more? Okay, that's okay. Let's go down to Silverdale. There were 8 borders. You were to name 6. You could have said Oklahoma, Kansas, Louisiana, Mexico, Red River, Rio Grande River, the Gulf of Mexico, and Mexico. Let's try math. In the prime factorization of 153, how many factors of 3 occur? Silverdale? Julie?
51.
No, 2. Only 2. Literature. In Francis Hodgkins Burnett's The Secret Garden, to which manor on the moors does Mary Lennox travel? Silverdale? And she would be traveling to Misselthwaite Manor. Music. Identify the musical instruction that begins with an A and directs the musician to play slowly. Colin?
Dante.
That's incorrect. Let's go to Silverdale. We'll go back and check your answer, Colin, to make sure, because my pronunciation on my paper is different than what you said, but we'll check that at the end. English is the next category. In a huge marble statue located in Florence, Michelangelo portrayed this biblical giant killer. Who was the subject of his work? Silverdale? Michaela?
Jack the Giant Slayer?
No, we were looking for David. David. Silverdale geography. 7 questions to you. Of the 7 continents, the 2 smallest by land area are Europe and Australia. Which continent ranks 3rd behind these 2? Silverdale's question right now, Colin. Now, Colin, would you like that question? Not Asia, Antarctica. Mathematics. The sides of triangle ABC measure 5 meters, 10 meters, and 12 meters. Give the name of this triangle according to the lengths of its sides. It's Silverdale's question, Bashar. Bashar, would you like that?
Isosceles?
No, scalene. Good try. History. During the 18th century, he created a machine that revolutionized the cotton industry. Who was this American inventor of a cotton gin? Clyde Erwin? Eli Whitney. Sports. If you are proficient at flutter kicks, butterfly, freestyle, and scissor kicks, in which sport are you participating? Silverdale's question. Shelby?
Swimming.
Swimming. Science. Machines are beneficial because they're designed to transmit or modify force or motion. What 2-word phrase that begins with an M refers to the number of times a machine can multiply a force? Michaela?
Mass?
No, nice try. Clyde Erwin? We're looking for mechanical advantage. Literature. Give the title of the book by Roald Dahl that relates Charlie Bucket's adventures in a candy-making business. Julie?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
That is it for English. Final category. What do the following 3 statements have in common? Listen carefully. Rise to vote, sir. Never odd or even. Madam, I'm Adam. I'll repeat it. What do they have in common? Rise to vote, sir. Never odd or even. Madam, I'm Adam. Clyde, Erwin. They are all palindromes. That is the end of our first round. We'll be back in just a second. See you then.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Thank you for joining us for the second round. We have a tie score right now, 4-4. We know a bonus is in this round, so you can get a lot of points. And we have two new sets of players. We want you to meet them right away. So let's begin our introductions with Silverdale.
Hi, my name is Hannah Warner from Miss Colley's class.
I'm Carly Leck from Miss Gregor's class.
My name is Serenity, who is from Miss Gaganis's class.
My name is Christian Smith from Mr. Gaines' class.
Let's meet our new players for Clyde, Erwin.
Hi, I'm Ashton Jarman from Miss Guyana's class.
Hi, I'm Emma Alsea from Miss Guyana's homeroom class.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Rivera from Mr. Darby's class.
Hi, I'm Jade Asher from Miss Guyana's class.
Welcome, new players. Ready to begin? Silverdale, first question's yours. In geography, what state would you be in if you were visiting Yuma, Prescott, the Grand Canyon, and Phoenix? Carly?
Arizona.
You would. Here's your bonus. What is the northernmost continent in the Western Hemisphere? Carly?
California.
We're looking for the continent, North America. Clyde, Erwin, history. Which of these Civil War battles took place in North Carolina? Bentonville, Gettysburg, Shiloh, or Antietam? Silverdale? Christian?
Benningsburg.
Can you say that again?
Benningsburg.
Well, I'll accept that. Bentonville is what it is. Silverdale Space Science. Curiosity is the name of a robotic space rover that was launched from Cape Canaveral in 2011 to view the Gale crater on which planet? Hannah?
The moon.
Not the moon. Good try. Clyde, Erwin? We were looking for a planet, Mars. Clyde, Erwin, social studies. The so-called overseas highway and the annual southernmost scavenger hunt are both in the town of Key West, in which southern United States state that has a lot of keys, or small islands, off of its southern coast? Emma? Florida. It is Florida. For your bonus, about how far is Cuba from the tip of Florida? Is it 90 miles, 150 miles, 50 miles, or 75 miles? Kimberly?
50.
90. Good try, though. Use one of those choices. Silverdale, literature. Michelle, I want to make sure I did that right. Literature. Michelle Y. Green is an American author, and she wrote A Strong Right Arm. What sport is this novel about? Christian?
Baseball.
It is baseball. Who is the main character of this novel for your bonus? Mamie Johnson. Clyde, Erwin, English. Give the term for words like radar, toot, deed, and level that are spelled the same both forward and backward. Silverdale? Hannah?
Toot.
No, that's incorrect. We're looking for palindrome, and that was a bonus question answer a while ago. Silverdale trivia. It combines two musical notes together, the A note used to tune an orchestra, and a note somewhere between F and F sharp. Identify this clue that it's okay to use your telephone. Clyde Erwin. Dial tone. When you pick up your phone, you know you're ready to dial, you hear that tone. Clyde Erwin math question. Find the volume of a cube whose sides are 5 inches long. Find the volume of a cube whose sides are 5 inches long. Jade?
30 inches.
Nope, that's incorrect, but I'm glad you guessed. Silverdale? Carly?
20 inches.
No, 125. 5 cubed is 125. Good tries, y'all. Silverdale, geographic terms. Excuse me. What is the word for a man-made waterway that starts with the letter C? Carly?
Canal.
Canal it is. What part of a body of water is partly enclosed by land and starts with the letter B for your bonus?
It's a bay. A bay?
A bay is correct. Clyde Erwin metric terms. What is the instrument that is used to measure temperature? It's their question. Ashton?
Thermometer.
Thermometer. For your bonus, what is the meaning of the prefix kilo? Have a guess?
No.
1,000. 1,000. Silverdale literature. In the 2013-2014 Battle of the Books novel, The Trouble with Chickens, written by Doreen Cronin, is a mystery. Name one of the chickens in this story. Clyde Erwin? These are quite unique names. Dreet or Peep, Sugar or Little Boo, Sweetie or Sweet Coconut, Louise, and Poppy. Clyde Erwin science. The Arctic variety of this small mammal is brown in the summer and white in the winter. Is it a fox, hare, bear, or deer? Kimberly?
Hare.
Not a hare. Glad you used one of those choices. Silverdale? Carly?
A deer?
No, it's a fox. Silverdale, literature. Oop, I'm sorry. I gotta turn over another page. It's getting ready to repeat a question for you. Social studies. In 2010, the U.S. Mint began issuing quarters showing a national park or other site from each state as part of the America the Beautiful program. Name the state that is depicted with the Everglades National Park. Clyde Erwin? Florida. Everglades National Park is in Florida. Clyde Erwin, history. Name this Prime Minister of England who had power in the middle of World War II. His first name was Winston. What was his last name? It's their question, Clyde Erwin's question. Kimberly?
Salem.
No. Let's go down to Silverdale. Do you want that, Hannah? Christian?
Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill. Silverdale math question. At a store, you receive 75 cents in change. How many quarters will the... Carly?
3.
3. For your bonus, when you divide 379 by 6, what is the result? 379 by 6. Okay, Carly?
63 remainder 1.
That is right. Very good. And that is the end of our second round. We'll be back with our third round in just a bit.
They're
coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Thank you for joining us for the third round of this match. We have a score of Clyde Erwin 8, Silverdale 24 points. We know that in this round, the bonus passes with the question, you can really get a lot of points. We do not have any new participants, so we're ready to begin. True toss-up questions, and the first question category is spelling. A rhombus has 4 congruent sides, not necessarily at right angles to each other. Spell a rhombus. Emma?
RHOMBUS.
That is correct. For your bonus, a pyramid is a structure whose outer surfaces are triangular and converge to a single point at the top. Spell pyramid. Emma, you need to give your answer to Colin.
PYRAMID.
That is right. Very good.
Time to catch the train.
Okay, science. There's always something exciting in school. Science. Over a period of years, a beach may be so affected by an ocean that it wears away until the ocean covers it up. Give the term for the wearing away of the beach. Christian?
Erosion.
Erosion. For your bonus, give the term for taking the beach back from the ocean so the beach can be used again. Carly?
We don't have an answer.
Reclaiming. Reclaiming the beach. Geography. Teams, name the U.S. state whose part of the Name the U.S. state whose part of the Missouri River separates it from Iowa and whose capital is Lincoln. Carly?
Kentucky.
Not Kentucky. Clyde Erwin Collin?
Nebraska.
Nebraska. Here's your bonus. Nebraska is surrounded by 6 states. Name 3 of them. Do you have an answer?
No, ma'am.
That's okay. South Dakota, Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, Colorado, or Wyoming. Any 3 of those you could have named. Social studies. Lewis and Clark followed along what river that is now the Washington-Oregon border? Colin?
Mississippi River.
Not the Mississippi. Silverdale? Shelby?
Missouri River.
No, good tries, y'all. It's the Columbia River. It goes up further. Literature. Which animal was it in Aesop's fables that decided because the grapes were out of reach, they were sour? Emma?
A fox.
The fox. The moral of one fable is, do not count your blanks until they are hatched. Fill in the blanks. Emma, give you an answer to Colin.
Chicken.
Chickens is right. And, well, we're moving right along. Spelling next. The school cafeteria had pizza today. Spell cafeteria. Emma?
CAFETERIA.
That is right. For your bonus, rhythm is a repeated pattern of sounds or movement. Spell rhythm. Colin?
RHYMTHM.
That is incorrect. RHYTHM. Very good try, though. Science. The stripes on a zebra, spots on a leopard, and the lines on a tiger are all very unique, as is what kind of print on a human? Emma?
A fingerprint.
A fingerprint. For your bonus, what action is usually the easiest way to release the energy within a piece of wood and is often done at a campfire? Colin?
Burning it.
Burning it is right. Trivia. Its brand new Dreamliner made its first flight in November 2012. Name this airplane maker whose commercial division is headquartered in Washington State and whose major aircraft all have 3-digit numbers like 767, 777, and 787. Correct answer is Boeing. Geography. Give the English name of the southern hemisphere island, known for the large stone heads once created by its inhabitants. The name is like a spring holiday. Julie?
Easter Island.
It is Easter Island. For your bonus, about how many statues does Easter Island have on it? Is it 887, 897, or 900? Go ahead, Carly.
887.
887 is right. Sports. This kind of racing is done on water in a vessel with wind power. What is the name of this sport? Sailboat racing. Art. New York City statue of Prometheus, Frederick Remington's statue of the Bronco Buster, and Rodin's sculpture, The Thinker, are all made of what metal alloy that combines, Emma?
Bronze.
Bronze it is. The upper part of the human body, when made into a sculpture is called what? For your bonus. Colin, I have a guess?
Portrait?
No, good try. Bust. It's a bust if it's just the upper part of the body. Literature. In Shakespeare plays, this title is held by Duncan, several Henrys, John, Lear, and Richard III. Name this royal title whose holder is typically married to a queen. Shelby?
King.
A king. For your bonus, his real names have included John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, and Hal Jordan. Though he recites an oath when he charges his powerful ring, the ring doesn't work against anything yellow. Name this colorful comic book character and member of the Justice League of America. Christian.
Green Lantern?
Give your answer to Carly. It's your bonus. Carly?
Green Lantern.
It is the Green Lantern. I'll get ready to give you the same question. I think there's some duplicates in here. Math question. Susan buys 5 new sweaters for $25 each. How much money does she spend? She buys 5 new sweaters, $25 each. Emma?
$100.
That's incorrect, but that's a great try. Let's go down to Silverdale. Julie?
$125.
$125 for your bonus. How much does she spend total if she pays 7% sales tax? How much does she spend total if she pays 7% sales tax? Carly, you have a guess?
No, ma'am.
$133.75. And that is the end of our third round, and we'll be back with our final score and closing announcement. So see you then.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
We had a total of 72 points in this match, ended with Clyde Erwin 32 points, Silverdale with 40. It was a great match. Big round of applause for yourselves. Good job. You know, we always appreciate you watching. We hope you'll join us next week when we will feature Jacksonville and Parkwood in the first match. In the second match, we'll have Meadowview and Silverdale will be returning. So from all of us here at Onslow County Schools, thanks for watching. Have a great week and have a great Thanksgiving.